This is Unit 1 of Pimsleur's Eastern Arabic 3.
اسمع هالمحادثة.
Bill Johnson has just arrived at the home of a Syrian colleague. She asks him,
شي بارد؟
"Something cold?"
اسمع.
مرحبا بيل. أهلا، كيفك؟
منيح كتير، شكراً، وإنتي؟
ماشي الحال. بتحب تشرب شي بارد، شوية شاي؟ الطقس شوب بالشام اليوم.
عندك مي معدنية؟
إيه طبعاً.
اسمع هالمحادثة مرة تانية.
مرحبا بيل. أهلا، كيفك؟
منيح كتير، شكراً، وإنتي؟
ماشي الحال. بتحب تشرب شي بارد، شوية شاي؟ الطقس شوب بالشام اليوم.
عندك مي معدنية؟
إيه طبعاً.
Now imagine you're an American man at an evening conference in Damascus. How do you greet a Syrian acquaintance?
مساء الخير.
And how might she respond to your greeting?
مساء الخيرات.
She says, "You speak Arabic very well now."
تحكي عربي منيح كتير هلأ.
قول.
Usually the Syrians, they speak very fast.
عادة السوريين بيحكوا بسرعة كتير.
You ask her, "Can you speak slowly?"
اسمع وعيد.
تقدري تحكي على مهلك؟ لك مهلك على مهلك تقدري تحكي على مهلك؟
How does she say, "I speak"?
بحكي.
And do you remember how to say, "I will drive slowly"?
حسوق على مهلي.
So how would she say, "I will speak slowly now"?
حأحكي على مهلي هلأ. احكي. حأحكي على مهلي هلأ.
How do you ask her if she can speak slowly?
تقدري تحكي على مهلك؟
How does she say, "I will speak slowly now"?
حأحكي على مهلي هلأ.
She asks how long you're staying. First say, "Next Friday."
الجمعة الجاية؟
Tell her, "I will stay until next Friday."
حقبل الجمعة الجاية.
I have a lot of meetings.
عندي اجتماعات كتير. اجتماعات.
قول.
I will leave Friday afternoon for Aleppo.
حأمشي الجمعة العصر لحلب. العصر.
How does she say, "I went to Aleppo last week"?
رحت لحلب الجمعة الماضية.
I had a lot of meetings too.
كان عندي اجتماعات كتير كمان.
She continues, "And tomorrow I will go to Latakia."
وبكرة حروح على اللاذقية.
Ask her again, can you speak slowly?
تقدري تحكي على مهلك؟
Do you remember the word for fast or quickly?
بسرعة. بسرعة.
Try to tell her she speaks very quickly.
تحكي بسرعة كتير. تحكي بسرعة كتير.
Now try to ask her, how does one go to Latakia from here?
كيف الواحد بيروح على اللاذقية من هون؟
Ask her, will you go by train?
حتروحي بالقطار؟ بالقطار؟
Or will you take the plane?
ولا حتاخدي الطيارة؟
She says, this time I will take the train.
هالمرة حآخد القطار. حآخد.
اسأل.
And how does one go to Aleppo from here?
وكيف الواحد بيروح لحلب من هون؟
She tells you, I went to Aleppo by plane last week.
رحت لحلب بالطيارة الجمعة الماضية.
To travel by plane is more expensive, but faster.
السفر بالطيارة أغلى بس أسرع.
Now her husband says good evening. How do you respond?
مساء الخيرات.
He invites you to join them at their place the next day for a tour of the old town. Ask, how does one go to your place?
كيف الواحد بيروح لعندكم؟ لعندكم.
Ask your acquaintance, can you show me on the map?
تقدري تدليني على الخريطة؟ تدليني؟
Here's how to ask a man the same thing.
اسمع وعيد.
تقدر تدلني؟ 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 تقدر؟ تقدر تدلني؟
اسأل.
Can you show me, first to a woman and then to a man?
تقدر تدليني؟
تقدر تدلني؟ تدليني؟ تدلني؟
How does she say to you, I can show you?
بقدر دلك. دلك.
How does she say she can speak slowly?
بقدر احكي على مهلي. احكي.
She says, I will speak slowly now.
حاحكي على مهلي هلأ.
She tells you, yes, of course, I can show you.
ايه طبعاً بقدر دلك.
She asks you, can you show me on the map?
تقدر تدلني على الخريطة؟
Now try to say, I can show you to her.
بقدر دلك. دلك.
She says, our address is 123 Kindy Street.
عنواننا 123 شارع الكندي.
She asks, are you coming by bus?
جاية بالباص؟
You are. She tells you, okay, take the bus until Mesat Square.
طيب، خد الباص لساحة الميسات.
And then take Abid Street.
وبعدين خد شارع العابد.
You don't see the street on the map. She can't seem to find it either. How does her husband say to her, I can show you?
بقدر دلك. دلك.
Ask her, can you show me on the map?
تقدري تدليني على الخريطة؟
She says, take the first right to Kindy Street.
خد أول يمين لشارع الكندي.
How does her husband say, we live on Kindy Street?
ساكنين بشارع الكندي.
Our address is 123 Kindy Street.
عنواننا 123 شارع الكندي.
Now you're going to visit a friend and want to bring some pastries. You stop a young woman on the street, saying, excuse me, miss.
عفواً يا آنسة.
Here's how to say pastry shop.
اسمع وعيد.
محل حلويات. يات. ويات. حلويات. محل حلويات.
Ask her, do you know where there's a pastry shop?
تعرفي وين في محل حلويات؟
She talks very fast. Ask her, can you speak slowly, please?
تقدري تحكي على مهلك من فضلك؟
How would she say, I'm sorry, are you American?
آسفة، أنت أمريكي؟
She says, you speak Arabic very well.
تحكي عربي منيح كتير.
You thank her and say, I would like to buy sweets from a pastry shop.
بحب اشتري حلو من محل حلويات.
Can you guess how to say the pastry shop?
محل الحلويات. الحلويات.
قول.
I'm looking for the pastry shop.
عم دور على محل الحلويات.
She says, I will speak slowly now.
حأحكي على مهلي هلأ.
You pull out a guidebook saying, "One moment, I can show you."
لحظة، بقدر دلك.
Here's a map. Remember, it's literally, "This is a map."
هي خريطة.
Do you know where is there a pastry shop?
تعرفي وين في محل حلويات؟
Can you show me on the map?
تقدري تدليني على الخريطة؟ دليني.
She says, "I know a good pastry shop."
بعرف محل حلويات منيح.
Not far from here.
مو بعيد من هون. مو بعيد.
How would she say, "We don't need a map"?
مو لازمنا خريطة.
She says, "I know a good pastry shop in Maysat Square."
بعرف محل حلويات منيح بساحة الميسات.
She points and says, "Look, Bernia Street is over there."
شوف، شارع برنية هنيك. شوف.
She continues, "Take the first right on Bernia Street."
خود أول يمين لشارع برنية.
Now you want to ask a colleague about her weekend plans. First, do you remember how she asks you, "What did you do today?"
شو عملت اليوم؟
Here's how you ask a woman, "What will you do today?"
اسمع وعيد.
شو حتعملي اليوم؟ تعملي. حتعملي. شو حتعملي اليوم؟
Do you remember how to say, "This Friday"?
هالجمعة.
Ask your colleague, "What will you do today?"
شو حتعملي اليوم؟
Now try to ask her what she will do this Friday.
شو حتعملي هالجمعة؟
كيف بتقول؟
Sunday afternoon.
الأحد العصر.
اسأل.
Would you like to come over to our place Sunday afternoon?
بتحبي تيجي لعنا الأحد العصر؟
She says, "I'm sorry, I would like to come over."
آسفة، بحب إجي. بحب إجي.
Referring to two people, she says, "To your place."
لعندكم.
Continue to use this form until cued otherwise. She says, "I would like to come over to your place."
بحب إجي لعندكم.
But this Sunday I can't.
بس هالأحد ما بقدر.
هلأ قول.
Next Sunday.
الأحد الجاي. الأحد الجاي.
قول
I'm sorry, not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
آسف، مو هالأحد، بس الأحد الجاي.
Try to ask her what she will do next Sunday.
شو حتعملي الأحد الجاي؟
اسأل
Can you come over next Sunday?
تقدري تيجي الأحد الجاي؟
Try to say next Sunday afternoon.
الأحد الجاي العصر.
Ask her, would you like to have lunch with me and with my wife?
بتحبي تتغدي معي ومع مرتي؟
Would you like to come over to our place next Sunday afternoon?
بتحبي تيجي لعنا الأحد الجاي العصر؟
She accepts, but now she needs directions. She asks, how does one go to your place?
كيف الواحد بيروح لعندكم؟
Can I go to your place by bus?
بقدر روح لعندكم بالباص؟
جاوب
Yes, of course you can come by bus.
إيه طبعاً بتقدري تيجي بالباص.
But it's not far.
بس مو بعيد. مو بعيد.
هي بتسأل مرة تانية
She asks again, how does one get to your place?
كيف الواحد بيروح لعندكم؟
قول
I can show you. Look, here's a map.
بقدر دلك. شوفي هاي خريطة.
How does she ask you? Can you show me on the map?
تقدر تدلني على الخريطة؟
قول
Our address is 123 Bernia Street.
عنواننا 123 شارع برنية.
Say to her, yes, I can show you.
إيه بقدر دلك.
You point to the map saying, look, Bernia Street is here.
شوفي شارع برنية هون.
How did she ask if you can show her?
تقدر تدلني؟
Say to her, yes, I can show you on the map.
إيه بقدر دلك على الخريطة.
You show her. She says, I know a good pastry shop on Kindy Street.
بعرف محل حلويات منيح بشارع الكندي. محل حلويات. بعرف محل حلويات منيح بشارع الكندي.
She offers to bring pastries. You say, great, we can play cards next Sunday.
عظيم. نقدر نلعب شد الأحد الجاي.
قول
We can have lunch together.
نقدر نتغدى سوا.
And then we can play cards.
وبعدين منقدر نلعب شدة.
Now you're talking to a colleague. She asks you, "What will you do today after work?"
اسمع وعيد.
شو حتعمل اليوم بعد الشغل؟ تعمل. حتعمل. شو حتعمل؟
How does she say to you, "You will do"?
حتعمل. شو حتعمل؟
Now you ask her, "Why? What will you do after work?"
ليش؟ شو حتعملي بعد الشغل؟ حتعملي.
She says that she bought a nice book for her son.
اشتريت كتاب حلو لابني.
She invites you to a cafe, saying, "We can drink a glass of mineral water together."
نقدر نشرب كاسة مي معدنية سوا.
When she shows it to you, you say, "This book is very beautiful."
هالكتاب حلو كتير.
She wants to know why it was so expensive. How does she ask you, "Can I see it?"
بقدر شوفه؟
After examining the book, tell her, "It's very old."
هو قديم كتير. هو قديم كتير.
كيف بتقول؟
Another book.
كتاب تاني.
She says, "I bought another book for my daughter."
اشتريت كتاب تاني لبنتي.
You see it's not an antique. Tell her, "This book is not old."
هالكتاب مو قديم.
She asks you, "Can I see it?"
بقدر شوفه؟
You show her the book and say, "But this one is also beautiful."
بس هالواحد حلو كمان.
How do you say, "This Friday"?
هالجمعة.
Now she asks you, "What will you do next Friday?"
شو حتعمل الجمعة الجاية؟ حتعمل.
She invites you to come over to meet her family. You ask, "How does one go to your place?"
كيف الواحد بيروح لعندكم؟
Indicating your guidebook, ask her, "Can you show me on the map?"
تقدري تدليني على الخريطة؟
She answers, "Yes, look, I can show you."
ايه شوف بقدر دلك.
Our address is 123 Kindy Street.
عنواننا 123 شارع الكندي.
You say, "Yes, I know a good pastry shop on Kindy Street."
ايه بعرف محل حلويات منيح بشارع الكندي.
This is the end of Unit 1 and the end of today's lesson. Pimsleur courses work best when done consecutively and on a daily basis. For best results, please continue with the next unit tomorrow. This has been a presentation of Simon & Schuster Audio. Copyright 2010 by